All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Priscilla Ashley, and I want to welcome you to our Saturday morning Wine Ambassador training. And we are here every Saturday, in case you don't know, every Saturday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 Eastern, and it's wineambassadortraining.com. Today, I am so excited because we have a special guest, Mr. Brett Hudson, who is one of the owners, and he is the president of our company. And he's going to share with you guys today all about the new Grapevine system that we've been talking about, gosh, for like 3 months, right? We've been talking about it, and guess what? It's finally here. So I'm not going to talk. I'm going to let Brett take the call, and the floor is yours.
All righty, let me do this. All righty. So folks, a little bit, just, I don't know how many of you know me or don't know me, but we were just talking about 3 years ago, I got involved in a wine club, and, it's just, I love the model, right? So my background, I've taken a couple of companies public, and they were both successful. But what was the key component of both of those companies is they were positioned in front of trends. So back in 2000, or actually early 97, I started a company right out of in college. I got out in 98, right? And so because I went in the service first, but regardless, I started an internet company, and we became the second largest hosting company in the United States. We grew that internationally, both in Australia, Canada, and Brazil. And it was an amazing ride, right? Goldman Sachs, we were one of those Cinderella.coms, and we actually made money. So it was a great ride, great learning, education. And, during that interim, I was very intrigued on the e-commerce side, the merchant processing side, and, how to be able to run an online business, being able to conduct transactions. So when I exited that company, I started a stored value debit card company back in early, I'm going to say 99, 2000, somewhere around then. And I got acquired by a public company. And what was cool about that is, I was able to develop a relationship with FTD, the Floral Association, and I built their rewards program from the ground up. So we were in the prepaid, and I was also with one of my other partners, Michael Flyer. I was moving probably about 10,000 prepaid debit cards online on a monthly basis. These probably are the prepaid cards you could get your local 7-Eleven now. But back then, we were selling them for $99 a pop and 10,000 on a monthly basis. And I was using my partner's Michael Flyer's company to move those. So what I'm trying to say is that being positioned in front of trends can create exponential growth. And so when I looked at this wine business 3 years ago, a lot of you folks know I don't even drink. So for me, I wasn't sure if it was even going to resonate with my core to get involved in a wine club business. So after researching the market and realizing, holy cow, we could actually be positioned in front of a trend, I got involved with another company 3 years ago. And although I didn't run that company, I saw the model and I was like, okay, I can build a network within their network. And that was the idea, right? And so, 3 years later, we're running our own company. And the good news here is we actually get to, you've got 5 partners. All 5 of us are very, very seasoned professional business people, whether it's in the direct sales space or traditional business. We know how to scale businesses. We know how to generate leads. We know how to market a business. The number one thing any business needs, I don't care who they are, it's marketing. You probably hear Rory talk about that all the time. And that's why he and I are so much aligned in our business skill sets. And although we have different avenues, we've all ended up at one place. He's now the CEO of Wine Ambassador. There's nobody more passionate about wine. Servant leader to the people. I like to say we're a company with a heart today, and we want to continue that. I don't know anybody that loves more honest people than Rory and his wife Tanya. We are so blessed to have them leading our ship today, and I get the good fortune of being able to surround myself with better people, right? If I'm the smartest guy in the room, I better get some other people around me. So I like to surround, in both those companies I took public, I had a great team. And today, I can't even tell you that I am so blessed. Wine Ambassador is so blessed. And you wine ambassadors and customers are so blessed. So with that, you know, we've positioned this company in front of a $400 billion global trend. All right, this isn't a fallacy number. This is a number you can go out there and research it. This is the direct to consumer model, the DTC model. This is something that's fairly new, less than 10 years old, where wineries in all over the world can now ship straight to the consumer. Matter of fact, I saw Rory just post, I think some legislation just passed in Utah, which may open up the opportunity for wine ambassadors to ship into Utah. And I believe in a very short time, we'll be shipping in all 50 states. But the good news today is we have a workaround for the non-ship states and for countries that want to participate with this. And for those of you that understand a binary, I've been wanting a Powerline system since I started this company, because I said, you know, wine, a Powerline system with a marketing, you know, with the marketing skill sets that you can learn with this team, you're going to be unstoppable. To me, this is like the perfect mini franchise business. Although we're not a franchise, it's like a mini franchise. I mean, we have all the components. And so with that, you know, I don't know if you guys know who the partners are, but one of them is not in the picture, unfortunately. So we have, you know, obviously Michael Flyer here off to the left of Rory. You've got Rory, you have myself, and then you have Peter, who's our whiz genius when it comes to programming and all of the back end systems. And when you talk about this Grapevine Powerline system, for those of you that are seasoned network marketers that have been around for a while, you probably heard of, God, I hate to name drop, but they built a system for another company that put 100,000 reps in a very short period of time using a similar marketing system. The good news is these guys Peter built it with his team, with Rory and myself, obviously putting in our input, and we have built the perfect marketing system for Wine Ambassador. I'm telling you, like I said, a mini franchise business, they're in business for themselves, maybe not by themselves, but the franchisor is not going to provide them with leads, right? Your biggest need, right? A lot of people are part of that NFL club, right? No friends left. So, you know, if you're using more, you know, if you're prospecting, you're going out there and you're talking to friends and family and colleagues. And to me, that's old school marketing. When you are able to put out content like what you guys do with the R247, like blog content, relevant content, trending content, and you can attract, that's called marketing, right? But then when you eliminate where you don't even have to do that hard work anymore, and all you have to do is get the end result, which is let us do all the heavy lifting, meaning let us generate the leads. Oh my God, imagine that. I don't know an MLM, network direct sales company in the market space that provides this system with the leads. Yeah, I'm going to get to that in a second. So that's what got it. Don't misunderstand my my excitement for hype. This is, I'm just so, we are blessed that this thing is going to be launching on Tuesday, this Tuesday. So I'm going to show you how to access that in your back office. But like I said, the global industry forecast shows that the global wine market, it's valued right now $300 billion in 2019. We're just, you know, into the first quarter of 2020. So going, you know, so we're ending with the first quarter. So we're going to be going into the second quarter, and you can see there that it's expected to generate revenue around $423 billion. So I talked about a trend. If you can position yourself in front of a trend, you get to piggyback off of that growth. So get ready, folks. And when you add a system like this, look out. There's 5 essential skill sets for MLM, direct sale, you know, for your success, okay? And what's good about skill sets are these are things that can be learned. So if you're new and you've never heard of these 5, or if you're a seasoned veteran and you've heard of these, then you're going to understand that, you know, these are the key skill sets to develop to become a successful network marketing pro, right? I'm sure Priscilla would agree. I'm sure a lot of the seasoned leaders would agree that, hey, you need to know how to prospect. You need to know how to invite. You need to know how to present. You need to know how to close, and you need to know how to follow up, okay? The good news is we now have a system that does 95% of that for you. Yeah, all the heavy lifting. And what I mean by that is when you have a system, you know, I love Victor Hugo's quote, nothing can stop a time whose time has come. And to me, Wine Ambassador's time has come, because this system, like I said, is going to do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. Now, before I get into how it all works and a lot of the features of it, remember, this is a skill set, okay? This is something you're gonna have to learn, right? You're gonna learn it. You're not gonna learn this thing overnight. I'm gonna be doing a Facebook Live. I mean, I'm gonna be doing a Zoom. I'm gonna stream it live into our Facebook group. I'm thinking, because we do our wine opportunity calls on Monday, and Wednesday we do the wine and dine. So I'm thinking Thursday or Friday, maybe Freedom Friday, right? Do a Freedom Friday call where I do a 1 hour live of me actually prospecting people, okay? Not only prospecting, but following up with the people that are going through the system. So it'll be a two-pronged thing, meaning some people don't like to dial people, right? They don't like outbound dialing. I love it. To me, there's nothing more fun than numbers, okay? But a lot of people, that's not their thing. They would rather talk to people that respond to clicks. To me, that's the lowest hanging fruit, right? People that click on a message, watch a video, reply to an SMS, and you get notified. That's the lowest hanging fruit. This system does all of that. It's very intuitive. It's got AI intelligence on the back end, running on the back end. For those of you that understand artificial intelligence, this thing is very intuitive. It's sending out emails, triggers, SMS. And if you guys are in the R247 and the Victory system, the leads that Rory and Tanya are giving you, this thing will put into them automatically into all three at the same time. But bam, right? I'm not going to get into that because we're focused on this Wine Ambassador system right now. But anyways, that you guys will be able to do that with those other multiple streams of income that you have access to. So when you log into your back office on Tuesday, up at the top left corner in your back office under System, you're going to click on My Account. You want to take a screenshot of this page, you might want to do that.
Done.
Okay. And as soon as you click My Account, it's going to show up here, this top right one. It's going to show, you know, it's going to show your profile. It's going to say account billing. It's going to say member services. You want to click on member services. Okay. Inside member services, you're going to get this screen, and you're going to see over to the right here, we have two Grapevine systems. We have I call it a beginner system, and I call the other one a robust on steroids system. They both come with leads, meaning, again, Rory and Tanya's philanthropy has allowed them to fund your leads for you. There is nothing better than being able to take a real-time lead that's looking for an online business and put it into a system like this to power your binary. Holy moly. Holy moly. Yeah. And this isn't your everyday Powerline system, folks. I'm telling you, there's artificial intelligence on the back end. This isn't some kind of gimmick word. This is the real dealio. And so anyways, the beginner system is $14.95 a month. Comes with BV, the bam. And then the robust system is $59.95 a month. Again, comes with BV. Okay, so it's commissionable. The non-ship states will have access to this, the $59 one, right? So they can be 50 BV qualified. Same thing with the countries that we're going to start onboarding. Rory is in charge of the countries that we roll out to. So Canada, UK, Australia, I don't know which ones are first. All I know is that he's talked about those like several times. So I'm thinking those are probably the ones on his radar first, soon, like soon, like this month soon, right? That's how soon, Rory, right? If he's on, he can probably chime in. Okay, so again, there's two price points. Like I said, right here, you'll see $14.95, $59.95. Folks, if you want a system, systems duplicate, people don't. If you want a system where you can actually manage your leads, we're going to go into how this all works. You want a system that you can outbound dial, and you want an AI system on the back end that does all the follow-up through sequence of SMS and email triggers, bam, you got it.
Can I jump in here real quick before you go to the next slide?
Yes.
You guys, this is huge. I'm just going to say that right now. I've been in this type of business for 10 years. I know, Brett, you've been around longer than me, but any business that I've been a part of have never given us leads, and I've never seen a Grapevine system, Powerline system like
Free
that.
leads. Well, only free because Tanya and Rory are funding it through their philanthropy, right? Which means no cost to you folks. Unbelievable. But I'm going to tell you, we are going to have some other lead sources in there that you'll have access to, which I like to test. So for those of you that understand what it means to test, you can now, well, I'm going to get into all that because that's part of this kind of like peekaboo today. So let me get back to that. So you'll have several high converting landing pages. So imagine you're like, how do I get people into the system, right? How do I get them in the system? So you have two ways, okay? Remember, there's those skill sets, prospecting and marketing, right? So those are manual, right? So not manual, but I mean, if you're prospecting, you're doing some kind of activity to invite, to introduce the business. If you're doing marketing, you're attracting, right? So regardless, if you have lists that you've created for marketing, you'll be able to import those lists. If you want to drive traffic to these pages because you have better lead sources than us and you know your dealio better, you can drive traffic. If you're doing blog posts and things of that nature regarding the content posting, link posting, you want to drive those links now to these landing pages, right? Bam, right? Because now they're into your Grapevine system. So that's the first thing. We have retail pages. We're starting off with one. We have, I think, 3 different opportunity kind of landing pages, okay? Right out the gate. This is, so now after they've opted in or you've uploaded or they've clicked on a link and they're in the system and they want to go back, right, to see the team that's growing underneath them, right? Because we're building underneath all these people every day. This is a FOMO system, a fear of missing out, right? If some of you are, if you're familiar with these systems, it's, imagine you put a lead into the system and all of a sudden they're getting emails and SMS that, you just lost a $300 commission, a $600 commission just rolled up to you. 3 more people are about to sign up. You're about to be leapfrogged today. Cutoff period for the webinar is in 3 hours. I mean, this thing is automatically doing that marketing for you. You're not doing it. It's sending out SMS and emails on behalf of these people that are being put into the system, whether it's on your efforts or what I'm about to show you, which is the easy effort approach, okay? As soon as they put in their email address to see their back end, some people are going to see thousands, thousands of people already underneath them. Okay, and again, those SMS triggers are telling them to secure their spot. So when they put in their email address, they're going to show this. It's going to show this page. It's going to show people, and this thing is blinking to secure their spot. That takes them to your direct to consumer wine page, whether that's, I believe right now we have it going straight to your opportunity sign-up page, right? Your wine ambassador sign-up page. So again, these aren't free enrollees. They're free system enrollees, but when they go to secure a spot, they're securing a spot at your wine ambassador page, either as a customer or a rep. Bam. Remember, we're trying to drive them also to watch a webinar, right? Nobody does a better presentation than Rory. And that does all the selling and telling for you. So again, the system is driving them through emails and SMS for them to log back in. They see the growth and to click on this
I saw that.
to watch this webinar. All right. The webinar pops up and it's got a countdown timer when they click on it. This countdown timer, you know, it's kind of like again, a fear of loss marketing thing that makes them want to learn more and get registered for the webinar. And that webinar is very, again, AI intuitive. So it looks like they're going through a live webinar. There's people, it looks like Rory is actually interacting with them live. They're asking Rory questions and he's responding to them in real time. And he's not even there. It's magic. That's how intuitive this thing is. It's like we got Rory 24/7 worldwide with the webinar chat. Yep. That's cool, because imagine a prospect says, hey, how do I get started, Rory? And he flips back an answer right away. Or what does this mean? Boom, flips an answer. I mean, it's like so intuitive. It's amazing. Over here, you'll see like some of the messages. Oh, let me go back. Over here, you'll see, I don't know if you can read them, but you know, these are sequence of emails going out. Don't let this happen. You know, what we would hate for you to forfeit all your current and future earnings on all these people. Imagine that. You know what I mean? Like, holy cow, there's 300 people on me. I'm going to get leapfrog if I don't secure my spot. Folks, with Rory's leads availability, we're talking about millions, not hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. I'm talking, if you know Rory, he's been in the lead gen business for 30 plus years, specifically MLM leads. When you're driving a lot of leads volume, this system's gonna rock and roll. So again, we're only 2 years old, right? I think we're less than 1,000 people in Wine Ambassadors. So I'm going to tell you, Wine Ambassador, like I said, we're ready, and we are ready to scale this business. I want to thank every one of you on this webinar today for your patience. I mean, again, anytime you plug into a company less than 3 years old, it's a lot of bumps, right? There's a lot of bruising, but the ones that stick it out understand that the rewards come for the ones that stick it out, because now a lot of you have a nice group under you, and guess what? You plug in a system like this, you know, this thing's designed to drive time-sensitive information to these contacts. So again, I'm so excited it's launching on Tuesday. When you log into your system, you're going to be, so let me see. So when you have the system, let me just show you that. Where is that? Real quick. Oh, maybe I don't have that screenshot. Anyways, when you log, so in your back office, oh, I know where it is. It's up here. In your back office on this page, remember when you went to my account? When you sign up for the $14.95 or the $59.95, that purchase is going to show up under your marketing right here as a link, a live link to access two CMs, two we call them CMs, you know, CRM, a customer, you know, relationship management system. Okay, and that's the system I'm going to show you right now. So when the leads opt in or you import them in, they're going to be into a system where you can manage them. But that system will be accessible right here under marketing. It'll be either called Grapevine CM or Refer 3 CM, because you have, remember, you have two lead capture pages right now that you could drive leads to. One is the opportunity, one is just to become a customer, right? So you'll have two CMs in the back here. Anyways, let me get back to where we were.
Can you repeat that one more time? Grapevine CM and what else?
Refer 3 CM.
Refer 3. You guys keep asking all these questions. He's going to answer them at the end. Every time you ask a question, it pops up. So just wait till the end, please. Thank you.
Okay, now when you log into your CM, whether it's the Grapevine or the Refer 3, you're gonna see your contacts, right? You know, I have a lot in here right now because I have lists. I've been marketing for years, so I have lots of lists. I'm starting to import my list. I'm using this, I'm a product of the product, right? Why would I not want to import my database into this and build volume underneath all of you? Why wouldn't I want to do that? Of course I want to do that. I'm a servant leader too. Anyways, this back office, this thing is so cool. I mean, so you don't have to format your phone numbers, your email. I mean, if you import or they put it in, however they put it in, the system formats it. It's going to know when it was added. It's going to know when you modified it. You're going to have your phone numbers. You can click on the leads over here on the left, but they all come in as a pre-enrollee. See that? As a pre-enrollee over here. Then a pre-enrollee is just somebody that they went through your opt-in page or you imported. That's a pre-enrollee. I don't call pre-enrollees. I call returnees. A returnee is somebody that's gone back because they've been hit with an email or an SMS and they click the link and they've gone back, put it in their email, and they've looked in the back, right? Where that webinar was, right? And they see the downline building. I only call returnees. Otherwise, I let the system do all the heavy lifting for me, right? But if you're you like to call, I mean, this thing's set up to do that too. So I'm just saying, I like to only focus on low-hanging fruit. So if you have lots of lists, this thing works really well with that. There's a cutoff webinar. There's a paid customer when they become a rep, and then they can upgrade, or we can set up a follow-up, right? So this thing moves your leads sequentially through the system based on where they're at in the system. Make sense? Okay. For those of you that have lists like myself and Priscilla and Rory and Joel, I'm sure a lot of you guys have lists from other, if you're using GetResponse or Aweber or your, I think some of you use that Rapid Response or so, whatever system you're using, you have all your data. Just keep it there, but import it into here as well. Right? I have two systems, especially a system like this that's going to work overtime for you. But when you upload the file, you can see over here on the top left, you just click this browse button. It's going to show you how many contacts are imported. It's going to let you map the list. When you map the list means, if it's a big list, you want to make sure your email matches the system. So it lets you have a drop down. So you want to import it. You don't want to import it. Email matches email. So it allows you to map your data for those of you that understand what that means. Once you map it, it processes it. And then you got to wait for the import results to turn this thing all green. Did you see that? This all green here? Because if you close your browser out, like if you were importing, let's say 100 leads, 1,000 leads, 10,000 leads, and you close your browser out, it's going to stop right where you close your browser out. It won't finish the import. So make sure all these are green. And then there's a little button at the top. I'm going to have them move it down here underneath so you can see it. But don't close the import until you see the little circle. It looks like a dial, right? It looks like it's like a loading. Make sure all your data is imported before you close the browser out. You guys will see, you'll see it. But before you close where it says close import, make sure it's all green. And at the top of those greens, you're going to see a little dial. It'll say all imports imported. Okay. Okay, once your information's imported, whether you add a contact one at a time, okay, let's say you're fresh, you don't have anybody, you don't know anybody, but you've been taught to go get 5 cards, 3 5x cards filled out every day. Okay, 5 times 30, that's 150 leads a month. If you took those same 5 index cards and you took that info and added it, you could do it, your 5 a day. You can add onesies and twosies to the system. Boom. Oh my God, think of the conversions on those 150. They teach you to close 1 in 10. Old school, I'm thinking the system will help you close hopefully better than 1 in 10 new school, right? And it's still a better system to manage your leads. So for those of you that are older, I always like the 5x card. Do I have any? Because I used to teach this model a lot, especially for new people, to go out, to 7-Eleven, wherever, CVS, buy yourself a little pack of the 3x5 cards. And while you're out there, I like to say, hey, you'd be perfect for my business. Somebody of your talent would be awesome for my business. somebody with your attitude, you'd be amazing at my business. So what's your business? Listen, I don't really have time, but if you just give me your info, I'll shoot you an email today. And I'll pull out my card and write it down. Okay, I teach that. Why? Because you want to be collecting. Again, you're not going to have to do that old school. I'm saying that is old school. But if you wanted to do that, you can do that, right? And just take those leads and import them into a system add them to a system like this. That's hard work. Okay, that's hard work to me. Okay, again, you can click on these, like this Emily Schroeder. If I clicked on like her name where the little red button there, it would open up to her info, right? And I can edit it. I can do real-time notes when I'm talking to her. I also can look over here and know where she is in the system, right? She's still a pre-enrollee, right? If you look over here, you'll see returnees. I have one, so out of 220, the system kicked in, one person returned. I just did this morning. I just wanted to do a test and create this webinar real quick. But anyways, that's how it works. The system rolls them through as a returnee, cutoff webinar, and then hopefully they're gonna secure their spot because the system's working, and then you'll be able to follow up and get them into the training that we do on these Saturdays. You'll be able to, obviously in real time, create your appointments because the fortune's in the follow-up. So you always want to be able to, when you're talking to these leads, these contacts, setting appointments, right? For 3 ways, scheduling, you'll be able to schedule a webinar presentation. So you'll be able to schedule the wine and dine, the Monday night opportunity call, right? These are all things that you can direct them to, right? Point them to. If you have to explain it, it's not duplicatable. So you need to be pointing people to a tool. Okay, so we do the Monday night opportunity call at 9 p.m. Eastern. That's wineambassadorzoom.com or wineambassadoropportunity.com. Those are the same presentation. That's Monday nights, 9 p.m. You want to point them to the Wine and Dine show on Wednesday nights because, listen, people don't join businesses because they wake up one day and say, I want to join a business. No, they want to be part of something. And the best way to introduce them or make them feel like they're part of something is culture. And we have a great culture that we're creating on that Wine and Dine show. It's fun, it's entertaining, it's interactive. What a great place to send prospects and your reps to and customers to so they can get and feel like they're part of. Okay, so use the calendar as a way to schedule your follow-ups. The dialer, this is my favorite part of this thing because, again, because Rory and Tanya are giving you guys access to leads, man, there's nothing better than a phone call to a lead. It's better than an email. It's better than an SMS. They get to hear your tonality. They get to feel your passion. They get to know you're coming from the heart. They know you don't have commission breath, right? So again, use the phone as your friend. You got to learn to get a little uncomfortable or get comfortable being uncomfortable sometimes, right? Get comfortable being uncomfortable sometimes and, play with it, have fun with it. And again, I'm going to do a training, I think on Friday afternoons. I'll stream it live, but obviously you'll have access to the replay. Won't be more than 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour max, but I'll just be dialing leads, right? Just showing you how I'm having fun and showing you how it works and how I connect with people so that you can shadow me and just learn as I'm learning, right? I'm a student of the system myself because it's brand new. Obviously, we knew the components we wanted to add to it, but again, I'm going to be using this for the first time next week myself with all its capacities. So stay tuned for that training on Fridays. And with that, make sure you have to have Skype if you want to use the dialer. We call it Lead Blazer, okay? And so Skype, I think it's $2.95, unlimited US and Canada. I think it's an extra $1 or $2 to add UK or whatever. But regardless, we're only in the US right now, okay? So it's $2.95 unlimited US, so less than $3 a month. So forgo that Starbucks coffee, whatever you have to do, because this is a business that will make you money. It won't cost you money if you do it right. And if a system like this is working for you, it's not a cost. I don't look at that $59.95 as a cost of doing business. right? Because the idea is to make money, right? You get to write that off. I'm not a tax expert, but I know it's an expense, so I can promise you I'm writing it off, right? So if you treat this business, it'll pay you like a business. I like Rory's analogy. If you want hobby income, it's available. But if you want career income, six-figure income, results not typical, that's my income disclaimer. Most of you can't do what Priscilla does because you're not willing to work harder. You don't have the commitment and the drive, and it's just the truth. For those of you that want to do what she does, she is duplicatable, but to do what she does, you have to do what she does, right? And I guarantee if you ask her what she doesn't let a system do all the work for her, right? There you go, phone dialing, right? So the phone is your friend. Treat it like a friend. It's not an 800-pound gorilla anymore. It really is. It's cool, man. It's a cool device these days, right? It's very intuitive. And again, I'm only reaching out to people that are responding. But the dialer works like this. As soon as you, pick the lead you want to call, basically you click your lead blazer. And what's cool about the lead blazer, it will not let you call after 8:30 at night, whatever time zone. So for regulation compliant purposes, you guys can't use this system after 8:30 at night, okay? No matter whatever time zone you're in. So I'm on Eastern, so 8:30 Eastern time, I can't use it on the East Coast, but I could be dialing West Coast leads. The system's intuitive, so when it's dialing, it's only dialing in the states that you're allowed to dial into. How cool is that? Boom. And then after a call, it wants you to create a disposition. And what a disposition is the outcome of the call, right? Did somebody answer it? Did you schedule a follow-up? Did you snooze because maybe a voicemail went off, or maybe it was busy and you wanted the system to dial them again? You could snooze it. Or the call was complete, right? You completed the call, it was complete, and you're gonna go on to the next lead. Again, this thing's automated, so it's really cool. We do have some other dispositions that are going to be added. If you have a request that you think would be a good disposition to add, let us know. We're always open-minded here. With that, like I said, when I close out a call, it asks me to select the outcome, right? So again, I can create a dial session. I can set up an interview. I can schedule a webinar, right? Let's say it's Monday night, right? And I say, hey, I want you to watch our live webinar tonight. And I schedule that and I follow up with them on Tuesday, right? I can not only schedule the webinar time, but I can schedule a follow-up. Or let's say they watched the webinar, I followed up and I signed them up. I can schedule them for training, a training call. All right, so the system is really gonna put your leads into a category. So it's a quick lookup, and you always know where your leads are in the process. So there's no more, exactly. I don't even know the word anymore. Okay, now I have a huge announcement. I've kind of like sprinkled it through this presentation, but what's the number one thing everyone needs to build an MLM business, network marketing business, whatever you want to call our direct sales business? What does everyone need? Leads. You guessed it, right? Leads. And this is the huge announcement. Okay. Again, we are so blessed to have Rory and Tanya on board. Not only Rory is our CEO, but Tanya is our compliance officer. I don't know how many of you guys realize that, but she's snooping on the back end, making sure you guys are all doing the right things for the company, right? Because she has a vested interest in the success of this company, as does Rory. So we don't have a better husband and wife team, right? We have Rory leading us as the CEO. Nobody more passionate than wine. Nobody more passionate as servant leaders than the team, the dynamic duo, I like to call them. But let me just tell you what they gave Wine Ambassador. I mean, Priscilla hit it on the head. I mean, there's not a network marketing company out there that is going to provide you with free leads. Nobody. Okay. And so with their philanthropy and what they do with their own online businesses allows them to fund the leads for you. And so you'll be able to add these into your system very easily. So with that, that's my Wine Ambassador Grapevine Powerline System presentation. I'm ready to field some questions. Hopefully they're not too hard. We'll go from there.
Okay. There's a bunch of questions.
give me the hard ones first.
All right. So no, guys, you can't sign up right now. It says sign up on Tuesday.
And let's not give Peter the benefit of the doubt, and let's just call it 5 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday.
Some of my students have not joined WA to get their wine. Can they also participate in this?
If they're in a state that we can ship wine to, no. They have to be either a customer, and I don't think a customer is going to use the system, right? So they would need to be a rep.
That's only fair, I think. Right?
Oh, yeah. No, that's yeah. Yeah, of course. That's why that's why we built this system to accommodate a few things. One was to accommodate non-ship states, right? And number two, so that we could have an international product that was digital, that would allow us to accommodate the volume that's necessary to, stay active in the comp plan.
Yeah, I mean, they're giving us these leads so that you can build your wine ambassador business. So you definitely want them a part of this. Okay, Barry said, my understanding is that we only need the $14.95 plan for blocks of 10 with unlimited batches per month. Is that correct?
Yes. So because it's a scaled down version of the robust on steroids system, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles, and that includes lead access capabilities. So on that low end system, I think you only get access to 10 leads a day. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't hold me to that, because it's not live, so I haven't seen the live version yet, but it's my understanding. I think that whoever asked that question is correct.
Okay.
You know something I don't know.
That system is worth more than we could ever pay.
Let me tell you what. So me personally, I use GetResponse, ClickFunnels. Okay. I also have an Aweber account. I also have an another a capture page builder system. And then I have all my pieces meshed together, Band-Aid stuck together. They all work seamlessly. But if you took the pricing from each one of them and added it as a bundle price, I guarantee you I'm paying over close to $250 a month. $250 a month. Okay, so if you took GetResponse, I think GetResponse with up to 1,000 leads is I think there's a free account, $14.95, and then I think up to a certain amount of leads. So let's say 15. So right there, GetResponse. If you have a GetResponse account, our system already is better, because now you got lead capture pages, everything that you just saw, right? I don't need to go into how robust.
I know, Brett, you and I, when I first met you, we talked about how in the beginning stages of our old business, you used to do Facebook ads and how expensive that was. So this is like this much compared to what
let me tell you folks. So not only are they giving you real-time people that want to work on an online business lead, which is even better than an MLM generically, they're giving you real-time leads, access to those leads. Let me tell you what, that lead in the real world is about a $4 to $5 lead. Okay, and that lead also is probably sold 4 to 5 times minimum. Okay, to other network marketing companies, not the same vertical, but different ones, right? So now you got to compete. Somebody better than you, they're going to outsell you. Our system hopefully will outsell them to help, right? Obviously offset that learning curve, because the system's more intuitive. But again, with these types of leads and a system like this, winner, chicken dinner. I mean, really, no joke.
Right. If somebody comes in just for Wine Ambassador as a business, do they get the leads? That's what someone's asking.
No.
You have to pay
you need
for
the system to get the leads.
The $14.95, right? At least. correct or no? Uh-oh, did we lose Brett? Can you guys still hear me? Heather,
Yeah, I
can
can hear you,
you
but
can
I
hear
think
me?
Yes.
Brett froze.
Okay, Brett froze.
So I
Okay,
think
We can hear you.
go ahead, Paul. I'm listening.
I was going to say so for anybody that can't get wine, they'll have to come in the $59.95 to do anything. So they have to come in at $59.95. Anybody that has wine ambassador can do the $14.95 bear version compared to the 60.
Right.
I
And
think that's what somebody asked.
yeah, that is what someone asked. And then can we upgrade to the $59.95 version? I'm sure you can. I would guess that they'd be fine with us upgrading. Correct,
Yeah.
Paul?
Yeah, absolutely.
Very.
I mean, and if you have the $59.99 version and you can't afford the, that month, I'm sure they'll let you do the $14.95 if you adjust it the previous month, I'm sure.
Yeah. Barry is asking me, is there still a need to use Trello? And if so, will this backfeed back to Trello?
The only people that you'll want to add to Trello will be probably a list of people that enroll in Wine Ambassador and they're not in RRR 247 so that you can follow up with them and teach them the system that we use to generate multiple streams of income.
Yeah, I don't think we will ever not use Trello because a lot of us, we still have students that we're helping. So
You won't want to enter every lead that you put into Wine Ambassador into Trello, just the ones that enroll.
right. Someone's asking, can we ship to Kentucky now? I don't think so. Since Brett's not back, he's frozen.
I don't believe we can currently.
Okay, you guys, to any place that we are in a ship to state for Wine Ambassador is where you're going to get leads from, correct, Paul?
I don't think you'll get leads in your own general area, but maybe.
Yeah, someone's saying about Kentucky and can it come to Mississippi? You guys, just like, Paul knows this too. Rory is in a non-ship state. So he just drives once a month, about an hour and a half there, an hour and a half back to go get his wine.
Yeah, these won't be local leads. So if you live in Kentucky and you're doing the $59 because you can't get product, then you'll be marketing outside areas. There's Brett.
Tony,
Back.
Tony, yes, you must be signed up as a wine ambassador. And you guys are already, everybody that came over from the previous company at the $99 level, we are all still here. Like, we are considered a wine ambassador. I think that's what you're asking me. Brett, we kind of took over because we weren't really sure. We saw that you froze. So do you have anything that you want to tell us before we close this call?
No, we're all good.
Okay. Okay, so Kim, I don't want to say that out loud because I'm not real sure if that's true for everyone. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end the recording here. Just remember, I will upload it to our Wine Ambassador official page. And if you guys could please share this with your downline, that would be awesome. Share with your students. I mean, this is a big deal. But I want to reiterate, just because you get these leads coming through and, they've gone into the pre-enrollee, you need to call them. Don't be afraid to call them. They've already expressed interest as a returnee, right? They've already put their information in. So don't be afraid to pick up the phone and call them. Let them hear the excitement in your voice and what a great business this is. And you guys, this is huge for what we have going here. Huge. So that being said, thank you, Brett, for sharing today and teaching us all about our new Grapevine system. And the rest of you, I will see you on the Monday night opportunity call. God bless.
Thank you.
Welcome.